All right, all right, all right. Let's see. So far, so good. It is November the 14th. This is day 4 of our Operation Pro Cheer Challenge. Just going to wait a few minutes to let you all join. And I am going to double check just to make sure that it is actually streaming live and that you all can see and hear me. So let's just see. Okay. All right, it looks like it might be working this time. So if you could just let me know if you can hear me, let me know if there is an echo or anything like that before I could literally hear myself. Oh, thank heavens. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Awesome. Okay, good. All right, I'm going to let some of you all join. Wait a few minutes. So sorry for the delay, but I think the tech issue is now over. So let me know where you are joining in from, where you're watching from, all that good stuff. We have tons to cover tonight. We're talking about dancing like a pro tonight. So just want to make sure that you all or we all are good to go with that, and that we have enough time to cover everything that I want to cover tonight. So awesome, you all can hear me. Let me know where you all are kind of coming from, where you're sitting, where you're living, where you're watching from. Oh, I see someone is multitasking. Who are you that's multitasking? Oh, Candy, of course. Awesome. Okay, good, 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 good. Washington, Los Angeles, awesome. Okay, I'm so glad y'all can hear me. Sorry about that. So let me kind of tell you all what I had planned for tonight. So unfortunately, originally the plan was Della was going to be on. She is a Seahawks dancer. She just graduated from our December 2019 December 2018 Pro Cheer Playbook program. She made the Seahawks dancers, and she was going to be our guest for tonight. Well, what ended up happening was she got called in to work and had to stay late. And since she is on the West Coast, 5 p.m., it's like 5 o'clock, 5:15. So it's like work time for her right now. So anyway, long story short, she just wasn't going to be able to make it home in time to join us. So my plan B was I was going to start up here because I have a lot of content that I wanted to go over, and just the atmosphere is a little bit nicer here. And then I was going to go downstairs and try to show you all some things for freestyle, the components of freestyle. Well, that's what I think caused the technical difficulty. So I had my computer downstairs set up and ready for the second part of tonight. And then I had this computer up here, and I think it was taking the sound and the video from downstairs. And then it was taking the video from up here, but no sound. It was just a big mess. So long story short, I think I'm just going to have to turn this monitor around. You all are going to see my messy kitchen, and we're just going to go with it because I just don't want there to be another delay with audio and visual and all of that stuff. I just want to kind of be able to show you all what I need to show you and keep it moving. So let's see here. Oh, good. We got a lot of people on. Awesome. So good to see you all. Tonight is like the special night because this is the night, if you show up live here, then you qualify for the drawing for the $1,000 scholarship for the Pro Cheer Playbook program. It is also the night where, yes, I am going to go over the components of the Pro Cheer Playbook program. A lot of you all have emailed me, and I love that there's a lot of interest and you're asking me for the link to apply, but I want you all to kind of understand all of the components of the program first before I actually share the link. I don't know if that sounds weird or not, but it's just kind of how I would prefer it. I just want to make sure that you understand everything that you receive, everything that you get from the program before you actually make the decision to apply for the program. So before I kind of get into that, I do want to let you all know that because you all are part of the challenge, even though I am going to ask you to apply in the sense of, logging on and just entering in some, answering two or three questions, that you'll automatically be accepted for the call for me. So all you have to do in one of your comments is just say, hey, I'm part of the Operation Pro Cheer Challenge. And then that automatically gets you on the call with me to determine if the program is a fit for you. So that's kind of like my special thank you to you all, kind of a bonus for you all for showing up and being a part of this challenge and making a commitment and doing the play of the day every single evening, watching the replays and doing all the things. It's kind of like my, just way of saying thank you. You automatically are in. So all you have to do is just hit submit, and then you know that you're going to hop on that one-on-one call with me. On that one-on-one call, we're just going to get to know each other, and then I'm going to be able to answer any questions that you have about the Pro to Your Playbook program. But more importantly, any questions that you might have that maybe haven't been answered through the challenge. So any questions that you have just about going pro in general. So awesome. I see there's so many people on. Oh my gosh, we have someone from Africa. No way. Loving it. Wait, I see it on my computer, but I'm trying to find it here. Oh, that's right. Candy. That is awesome. Now you're in Africa. You were just in Japan. Goodness gracious, lady. You are all over the place. Hey, Jenna, Serena. Oh, good. So good to see everyone. Chelsea's in New Jersey. Just finished yoga. Good for you, girl. Kylie, Colorado. Charity is on. Harriet is in Philly. Awesome. This is great, great, great. Thanks, guys, so much. This is wonderful. Okay, perfect. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I want to get into like the actual content for today. And, I pretty much promise with this Pro to Your challenge, I guess my whole goal is that by you going through the 5 days, and then we are actually adding 2 bonus days, Monday and Tuesday of next week. Basically, I'd mentioned this before, but there's so many questions that are coming in, and even I got questions in email, and I just haven't been able to specifically answer them all. So I really want to try to do that for you all. And so that will basically happen on Monday and Tuesday. But the whole idea of this challenge is for you to start your game plan to go pro. And the way that you basically start that is by showing up and listening, absorbing, being a sponge, and anything that you're like, oh, I know exactly how to do that. Oh, I'm good there. If you're not saying that with 100% certainty, then those are the areas that you need to start jotting down so that you can add to your actual action plan to then work on. So you're creating your game plan to go pro just by being present, just by listening, just by filling out your worksheets, your play of the days. And obviously, when you all join the challenge in and of itself and enjoying the Facebook group, you all receive the Ultimate Cheerleader Challenge. And that is a great checklist as well for you to use day in and day out to make sure that you're on the right path. And the other goal that I really have, in addition to you all being able to create that game plan and really understand what areas you need to work on personally, was also because my hope is that you literally will get more from these 5 to 7 days with me and my team and our graduates than you can literally get anywhere else from any other program, any other company similar to mine, any YouTube video, anything that you watch. My hope is basically that we're going to give you more value, more knowledge, more input, more insight into the Pro to Your industry than anywhere that you've been able to get it anywhere else. So hopefully I'm delivering on that. If you feel I am, could I get some thumbs up? Can I get some hearts? Can I get some love? Let me know if I'm on the right track. I always want feedback. I always want to make sure that I am doing for you and exceeding your expectations and making your time here with me worthwhile. So please let me know how you're feeling about everything so far. I would really, really appreciate it. Awesome. Already see some thumbs up. Okay. Oh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Awesome, guys. Love it, love it, love it. So let's talk about what we've accomplished so far. So day 1 was basically our prep like a pro. And that very important for you to remember. You're here, you're prepping, you're doing all the things. And that's what's important. You have to make sure that you're constantly preparing yourself and that you go in with all T's crossed and all I's dotted. Day 2 was about getting noticed and being seen. So what can you do to differentiate yourself from all of the other candidates? What can you do to stand out in front of the judges? What can you do to stand out at prep classes to make sure that you are noticed, you are seen? And does anyone remember that third thing? You want to make sure you're noticed, you're seen, and you are, I know there's a huge delay, so I'm just going to go ahead and say it. You're remembered. You want to be remembered. Um, Day 3 was about getting calendar ready. Like, I really hope that you enjoyed last night. I just had so much fun with Jeanette. I mean, I'm sure you all could tell that. Love her to death. Just vibing off of her, her energy. She's so positive. She's just such an inspiration. You know, she does all the things as a mom, and she always puts you all, you know, priority, makes you all front and center. And I just love the love that she gives to you all, and how much time she spent over here with y'all, with me last night. So most definitely. And then tonight is about dancing like a pro. I want to make sure that you all understand kind of the key elements to the dancing portion of auditions, the things that you need to go in knowing. The second part of tonight is going to be about that freestyle. So I really want to make sure that you can start to at least build on and start to craft what you may think would be a good freestyle for yourself. And then tomorrow, the most important day, which is going to be at 8 p.m., by the way, because I think the most votes was for 8 p.m. still by one vote. Is the mindset makeover. So I always say, like, well, this is important, but this really is important, right? Because you can do all the things, you can prep like a pro, you can do the things to get noticed and be seen, you can work, you know, do your nutrition, fitness, all of that, you can dance like a pro, but if all of that accomplishment doesn't make you feel good inside, and if you don't have the confidence and walk in with that confidence, and if your mind is not right, and if your mind isn't setting yourself up for success, then everything else is just going to be that much harder. So we really just want to make sure that your mind is right as well. As I mentioned, 2 bonus days on Monday and Tuesday. Tomorrow, we are going to announce who's receiving that $1,000 scholarship for the Pro Cheer Playbook program. We're also going to announce who's going to receive another kind of gift. I haven't figured out what it's going to be yet. For anyone who maybe has not been live but has done the homework every single night. So I still want to reward people, because I know everyone cannot necessarily join live every single night. So I want to make sure that we do that. Sadie, like I said before, on Monday and Tuesday, we're going to try to, you know, grab those questions and answer them. And Sadie's really helping me with that, kind of going through the post and making sure that she pulls out questions that we haven't answered. So if there is something that we haven't answered, go back to that question and just tag Sadie in that so that she can see it, so that we can make sure we address it on Monday or Tuesday. We also have replays. Don't forget, they're in the unit section, and you'll have access to those until Tuesday night, midnight. So that way, if you do miss, if you're watching this on a replay, or if you've missed another one, then you can kind of go back and watch all of those. So hopefully that answers kind of like the logistical housekeeping things, get all of that stuff out of the way. Awesome. I see a lot of you all put remembered. Yes, and I agree. Unforgettable / remembered. It's the same difference, right? That's exactly what you want. Okay, so let's go ahead and kind of start to dig into the topic for tonight, which is basically dancing like a pro. If you can, go ahead and grab your worksheet so that you can start filling these things in. It's kind of funny because as I was going back through this, like trying to fill it in myself, I'm like, oh God, what was I going to put there? So I know that you all probably can't guess it and figure it out just by looking at this. So I just want to make sure that I give you all the answers for all of these. So mistake number 4 really is just about not perfecting your craft. Okay. So, and when I talk about craft, I'm specifically talking about your dance craft, right? So if you think about the fact, you know, a doctor, his craft is his medicine, right? A pianist, his or her craft is playing the piano. A pilot, flying aircraft, right? And so when you think about these people, do you think that they just wake up and they decide they're going to do this, and then they read a couple of books and they practice once or twice, and then that's it, and then they're like perfect at it and they're good to go and they can go do that operation or go fly that aircraft with hundreds of people on it? No, it's not how it works, right? So these are professionals. These are professionals that had to go to school for years on top of years, take exams, take certifications, tests, and prove that they are capable, prove that they have the ability. Same thing with professional athletes, basketball players, football players, hockey players, whatever you have. They spend years and years perfecting that craft, probably starting when they're super young, in, you know, elementary, middle school, going into high school, likely playing in college, and then the pros, right? It just doesn't happen overnight. And so one of the big mistakes that I see is that women that want to go pro think that, you know, well, if I, try to do this once or twice or, work on it a little bit, go to a dance class here, go to a dance class there, and then don't do anything for 5 or 6 months, that I'll be okay. Well, if you're trying to be a professional dancer, if you're trying to dance like a pro, then you have to practice like a pro. You have to perfect your craft like a pro. You have to go pro in your preparation when it comes to dancing, performing, showmanship, and all of the above, right? So the other kind of area is someone that does have a lot of dance background, does have a lot of dance training, and they just assume that they're good to go because they did good in college and it was good enough in college. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's good enough for the pros, right? Because there is a style that most professional cheerleaders have with hair whips and, coming up and being sexy. I mean, there's an aura that a lot of professional cheerleaders have. So it really is important for you to make sure that you are always working on your dance craft. And that means everything from the dance style of the team to technique, to freestyle, to flexibility, to kicks, to all of that. So the question, and I pretty much have already given you the answer, how do you do that? You do that by literally dancing daily. Okay. Dancing or, stretching, kicking, practicing, doing something around your dance craft daily, or at least at a minimum weekly. Like, I understand that not everyone can get to a dance class. Not everyone has the money to go to a dance class, right? Like, I get that, which is one reason through our program, we give you videos. Like, we give you dance technique videos so that if you don't have the money, you can just literally hit play and you're good to go, right? So it's a situation where you've got to find the resources, you've got to find the time, you have to make the time to work on your craft, and you have to work on it often, okay? Anything worth having is worth working for. So you really have to dig deep in and say, what is my why? Why do I really want to become a professional cheerleader? And if your why is meaningful enough to you, then you'll do the things that you need to do to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish. And a lot of times that means getting uncomfortable. A lot of times that means doing things that you don't necessarily feel like doing. But if you want to be a professional cheerleader, once you start dancing, once you start working on your craft, that's where your energy is going to come, right? That's when you're going to start feeling energized and excited. Like, in all honesty, like, today has just been a day, right? Like, it's just, I don't know. I woke up this morning, I did my morning routine. I did all the things that, to kind of get me moving and up and feeling good. And I felt good in the morning, but then sitting behind the computer and just working, it drains you, right? And then I got excited because I had a meeting at FedEx Field to kind of talk about the game this Sunday and talk about next Sunday's game. And then I got excited to go there, right? Because I know that that's my passion. That's my craft. I love hosting. I love my job with the Redskins, right? And then after that, I was like, oh, wow, in a couple of hours, I get to get on live with my girls. And then I got excited. I mean, if you can tell, this is what brings me energy. This is what I love. This is what I'm passionate about, helping you become a better version of yourself. And like I say before, the cherry on top is you making a team, but I win when I feel that you are winning on the inside. Like, that's what makes me tick. That's what makes me feel good, when I know that I've touched you in some way to make you realize that you can do it, that you are worth it, that this is possible. That, if I've touched you in a way to just change a negative mindset to a positive mindset, if I touched you in a way to stop snoozing and to instead own your morning so that you can own your day and own your feelings and your emotion and your spirit every single day, right? That's what gets me alive, is knowing that I'm able to impact women positively from the inside out. So anyway, let me keep moving. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that you're going to want to do here is research the team's requirements and dance style, okay? So I want you to kind of think back on day one. I had you all do some research so that you could figure out what your OFIs were and kind of what your strengths were, right? And so if you kind of think back to that research, you may have been able to kind of figure out some of this, right? You might have an idea of what the dance style is, like what the dance style of the team is. Like, some teams are very motion based and they're very, they hit really strong, hard motions. Some are more jazzy, some are more hip hoppy, some are a combination of all of the above. And so you want to make sure that you understand what the dance style is so that you're practicing that, right? So you don't want to have your number one team, they're strong in hip hop and most of their routines are hip hop, but you're only going to ballet classes or you're only going to jazz classes, right? So you really want to make sure that you know the dance style. Now, when I talk about requirements of the team, I'm mainly talking about like the dance requirements as far as the technique kicks, flexibility, things like that. So some teams, like for example, most NFL teams are going to require at least at a minimum a double pirouette, but some only require a single pirouette. You can easily look at their routines that they perform on the field to figure out like what technical elements are they doing. Do they do a kick line? Do they do a drop split? Do they do leaps? Like how technical is the team? So you really want to try to understand that, because then that's what you put on your action plan. If you see that they do double turns and you only have a single, then you're going to want to make sure that you can nail a double turn. Okay. So it's really important to make sure that you know the requirements of the team as well as the dance style of the team. Okay. So under the part where it says results of research, write down what you feel or what you know about your team as it relates to the team's requirements and the team's dance style. So let me see if there are any questions about that. Most definitely, when your why means enough to you, you'll do what it takes. Yep. Oh, did I say that? Did I quote? I agree. Okay, awesome. So any questions on that? If y'all have any questions about anything I'm saying, go ahead and just let me know. It is popping up, even though I don't necessarily know who was saying what. So I think that was Kylie. Awesome. Oh, hey, Sarah Marie. Okay, so number two, the number two thing that you want to do is you want to practice the dance style, okay? So after you have researched, right? So you have researched the team's requirements, you know the dance style of the team, then this goes back to that mistake. Number four, not perfecting your dance craft. You have to perfect your dance craft. So you have to practice the dance style of the team, which based on your research is what? Okay, so what dance style should you be practicing? Okay, so this is a question that I get asked a lot, is basically, okay, well, what dance classes should I be taking? That's a great question. So if you don't have if you're not like a part of Sideline Prep, or if you don't have a like dance classes run by professional cheerleaders. Like we have a lot of them here in the DC area, like I think 2 or 3 different companies that are owned by former professional cheerleaders. So, but if you don't have that, then what I recommend, if you don't have a strong foundation in like your technique, to go ahead and do ballet, because ballet is going to help strengthen your toes, your feet, your ankles. It's going to give you the conditioning that you need to stay up and releve. It's going to give you the form, the posture, and all of that. The only difference is, you know, their turns are out and we do jazz turns most of the time in pro cheer. So you just have to kind of remember that. But I'm not going to say it's easy, but it's just a matter of pulling your knee forward when you go up in your turns rather than having it out to the right. So I would say ballet and then jazz. And the reason I recommend jazz is because for, you know, most NFL teams and NBA teams, you're going to do across the floor technique. And with jazz, they will get you kind of used to having to do across the floor technique and working on those combinations across the floor. Okay. So if you're going for an NBA team, they are normally a little heavier on the hip hop side. So then that's when you would start to pull in the hip hop. But again, that's why you want to do your research on the dance style, because if you don't know what you should be taking, like if you don't know the dance style of the team that you want to audition for, then how are you going to know what type of dance classes to take? Does anyone know of any good dance classes on Long Island? New York City is obviously fantastic, but it's a 2-hour train ride. So I don't know, but if anyone else does, you know, by all means, please reply. Okay, so number 3, let's move on. Sorry, I'm going a little fast, but since we started a little late and I just have so much I want to cover with you guys. But if you have questions, let me know, please. All right, so number 3, you want to master the basics and work on advanced technique and tricks only after you've mastered the basics, okay? And what I mean by the basics are the basics of what that team expects and requires, okay? So it's gonna change based on the team. In a general sense, okay? And I'm talking basics as in if you were planning on doing an NFL team, the basics that you will need, and that's where I have their examples of basics versus advanced. Okay, so that's that line. Examples of basics versus advanced. And this is technique. So basic technique would be chaîné turns, basic across the floor combinations. So, you know, chaînés, maybe some singles, some battements, things like that. Definitely battements, any type of high kick. double turns, so single pirouettes, double pirouettes, and your basic leaps. So those are the things that I would say are kind of like the things you want to master if you are going for like an NFL team. Okay. Now, kind of more advanced NFL would be leaps in second, fouette turns, triple turns, calypsos, axles, anything beyond basically a double pirouette. Okay. And so C jumps, like there's just a lot of turning discs, like there's a lot of other tricks and advanced technique that you could possibly learn to kind of help set you apart. Like, remember we were talking about, you know, in front of the judges, giving them something that's unique and different. Like, so any type of technical skills that you have that maybe the person next to you doesn't is a great way to help kind of differentiate yourself and set you apart. Okay. So that's for NFL. Now, if you're going for an NBA team, again, it depends. You have to do your research. If you're going for an NBA team, then you most definitely have to have obviously your double, but then you're going to 9 times out of 10 want to know or have, you know, fouette turns as well, calypsos, all of that. Axles, pretty much the advanced you want to have as the basic for NBA. But again, it really does depend. So like I went to a Utah Jazz game, and there I was kind of surprised, like they didn't seem very technical, right? So that could have just been that particular game that I watched, but I didn't really see a lot of advanced technique at all. And so that's kind of something to think about too, like when we were talking about, you know, the preparation process and doing your research. You know, people that live in these heavily populated big cities, the competition for those teams, it's fierce, right? Because it's like big city. So what I always recommend is, you know, while you're young, you know, if you don't have kids, if you don't have anything that's holding you to the area, and if there's any way that you can travel and you can move, research and find those teams that, for example, if you're African American, that don't have a lot of African American ladies and, you know, would love it if they had some, you know, African American ladies. Go to a team where, for example, if you're not very technical, a team that maybe isn't as technical, or a team that's kind of in a city that's not as big and huge, a team that's not as popular, so that you can get on that team. Because I promise you, it doesn't matter where, right? Like if you're a professional cheerleader and you're dancing and you're doing something that you love, it's not going to matter to you if it's not in your number one city, your number one team. You build your resume, you get on that pro team, and then you audition and try out for the team of your dreams at a later time. You know, so it's just kind of a matter of being smart and strategic with how you go about the audition process. Okay, so let's move on to number 4, which is continue to stretch and practice your kick combinations. So I stress this because a lot of times what happens is we go to dance classes, we do all the things, we work out, we're, you know, challenging our body in different ways, but then we're not stretching at the end of these workouts. We're not stretching at the end of dance classes, and you lose flexibility. Firsthand, I know this. I know this because right now I am doing the morning meltdown 100, and I'm using weights and doing exercises that I've never done a day in my life, like never done before. And I can feel my legs in different, you know, I can just feel myself getting tight because I'm using muscles in a different way than I'm used to using them. And so what happens is as you get tight, it restricts your flexibility. And that's the last thing that you want, right? And so you have to make sure that you are constantly stretching and making sure that you're loosening up your muscles and kind of gaining that flexibility back. So a lot of times at the end of my workouts in the morning, she does like a really quick cool down, like stretch. I will go ahead while I'm journaling, I will go ahead and stretch more because I don't want to lose my flexibility. Like I know eventually I'm not going to be able to get in the splits, but right now I can, and I want to be able to stay getting in those splits, right? So just something to keep in mind. You want to make sure that you continue to stretch and that you're practicing your kick combinations. So it's so interesting because we've worked with ladies that can get down in splits, but for whatever reason, they can't transfer their splits into a high kick. You want your kicks to be like up here. Like that was my strength. My like kicking was my jam. Like that was my thing. Just very, very flexible. And so when you're in a kick line and it's like 4 or 5 of you and your kicks are up here, but the person next to you is here, it's so noticeable. So you really want to make sure, or vice versa, right? If her kicks are like at her nose and your kicks are here, that's noticeable. So you just want to make sure that you're practicing your kicks, your stretching, your flexibility, your splits, all of that stuff, and that you're working on kick combinations. So one thing that I was going to do downstairs, I don't know that I can do it up here, just because this floor is so slick, but I was going to go over kick combinations to kind of show you. But basically you want to make sure the combos to practice are basic high kicks, right? So you want to make sure that you do high kicks, star kicks, fan kicks. Okay. And so most teams kick on even and prep on odd. So they'll hook up, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me maybe put this down so you can sort of see. Okay, so 5, 6, 7, 8. You can't see it, but this is my right hand is on top of the shoulder. So it's like this, kind of cupped on top of the shoulder here. And my left hand is behind the shoulder, okay, behind the person's shoulder, okay? So I know it's opposite for you, but right hand is on top. If you could do it, then while you're there and you think, okay, right hand, my hand is on top of the shoulder. My left hand is behind the person's shoulder. So that's how you hook up, okay? For high kicks, it's literally just over the head, right? So you're 1, kick 2, 3. These are my legs. So you're prepping 1, kick 2, 3, kick 4, 5, kick 6, 7, kick 8. Okay. And I do that. It's kind of funny. Like that's actually how we mark kick combinations sometimes at practice and stuff. When they're like, okay, you can mark it. You're just like 1, kick 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, star, boom, boom, boom. Like that's what we do. Okay. And I don't know why, but it just is. Okay. So for a star kick, you start with the right leg, and it's 1, 2. I'm going to have to show you all, and I just won't do it full out, but it's hard to explain. But it's star kick, and then you do the left leg, then you do fan kicks, and that's the rotation. So those are the main combos that you want to make sure that you have down for your kicks. Okay, so high kicks, star kicks, fan kicks, and then we also do passe high kicks as well. Are the other combos that you really want to make sure that you practice. So make sure you write those down. Hopefully that was somewhat helpful. I know that I'm going to try to show you all if possible, if we have enough time. Okay, so number 5, you want to take live dance classes and attend prep classes. So when people start working with us, it is actually mandatory that if you're planning to audition for a team, that you go to at least one prep class. Like we don't want you to work with us and just depend on what we're doing and showing you. The best way to learn as far as the requirements, the expectations, and the dance style of that team is to go to their prep classes and be in that environment, be around them, sponge and learn from them. You take what we give you so that you can perform better, but then you want to make sure that you're in that environment. You also want to make sure that you take live dance classes when you can. As a part of our program, a requirement is that you are working on your craft at least once a week, and we recommend that you try to take a dance class a week live. And that is because you want to get in the habit of having to pick up and learn under pressure. You want to be in the habit of being around other people and having to learn on demand. Okay, so you want to take live dance classes and you want to attend their prep classes. Now, when you attend their prep classes, again, remember kind of going back to how to get noticed, seen, and remembered, you've got to look your best. It doesn't mean that you have to be exactly where you plan to be at auditions, but you don't want to go to a prep class looking like you just rolled out of bed, right? Bring your A game, do what you can do. Most teams understand that you're not quite where you need to be, but what's even more amazing about that is like at prep class, they see that you only have a single turn, and then by the time auditions comes, you now have a double. Like that's impressive. That's what you want to show them. So you don't ever want to not go because you feel like, oh, I'm not where I should be. You still want to go, and then you want to constantly be working and improving so that when you do show up for auditions, they're like, wow, she has really improved. Right? So you want to make sure that you take live dance classes and attend prep classes. So I'm going to take a pause and see if there are any questions. If you all have any questions, let me know. Oh, good. Anna Lee, you're totally open to moving wherever I can get on the right team for me. Yeah, and that's all about the research, going back to number 1, really trying to figure out You figured out earlier from day one what your strengths are. So find a team where those strengths would like be in alignment with that team. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, any other questions? Okay. I don't see any coming in, but if you all do, I know there's a delay. So if you do have any questions, obviously just let me know. Okay, so the next one here, the keys to success, and this is a big, big one, okay? So you want to get feedback. So just as I said with number 5, that you want to make sure that you are in dance classes, live dance classes, it's imperative, especially if you're not, if you don't pick up choreography fast, but it's the devil. In the sense that you could be in a dance class, learning a routine, and not be executing it properly, not look fluid doing it, not, it just may be wrong. I don't know how else to say it. But you don't know. You don't know because no one's giving you feedback. Because in most group dance classes, they don't give you feedback. They can't because it's like a room of a lot of people, right? And they can't go and give feedback to every single person. So you could just not be executing it properly, right? So you have to get feedback. And so what we recommend is, go to a dance class, record yourself at the end of dance class, when they have you get up and perform it in the smaller groups, and then send it to us for feedback. That's what we do in our program and in our Pro Dance Academy. You can send in, your videos for feedback. And so that's the key is going to dance class, working on technique, working on across the floors, combinations, pirouettes, leaps, all of that. But then record yourself doing it because one, obviously we can point out and tell you specifically what you need to do or what you need to change, but you could also look at it, right? 9 times out of 10, you'll be able to look at yourself doing something and you'll be able to determine and see, oh my gosh, my toes were not pointed. Oh my gosh, my butt was sticking out. It was not tucked under. Oh my gosh, my shoulders were way up here instead of being down, right? So if you're looking at a how-to video and so for example, Megs will go through all of the things on how you should be positioned. And if you look at that video and you're like, oh, Meg said to tuck your butt, squeeze your core and have your shoulders down. I'm not doing any of that. Then that's fine. You can see it, visually see it. And then guess what? All you do is you just practice it and, take one element at a time and keep practicing it. So you just have to make sure that as you are going along the way that you're getting feedback. And it's so imperative because take it from me, someone who did not get true feedback on her double turns in the 8 years that she was a professional cheerleader. And then when I was trying to get a triple turn, I had to break all of these bad habits that I had from being, from just doing it wrong for so many years because it's ingrained in my muscle memory. And when I finally started taking a ballet class and realizing that my posture and my form was just off, it's not that it was too late. It just was that much harder to kind of get back in it and to do it the right way because I was having to correct old muscle memory. Okay, so let's see. Is it okay to ask the teacher for feedback at the end of class? Yes. So if she has time, and if there isn't a class coming right behind your class, then yes, it is okay to ask for feedback. And you'll be able to pretty much tell immediately from the choreographer or the teacher's response if she's okay with giving feedback. You'll get her energy, you'll get the vibe from her. But if I were you still, I would try to record yourself and at least look at it, even if you are a little shy about sending it to us, just so that you can see what you're doing. Because it's good to kind of see yourself. And I would try to dance next to someone that is jamming it. When you look at them, you're like, oh, she's got this. She looks just like the teacher. She looks just like the choreographer. And then try to get that person in the video with you so that you have a frame of reference of how it should look. And then you'll be able to say, oh yeah, I'm doing this 8 count like her, but this 8 count I need to improve. Let's see. Going to dance, I will rewatch the end later. Okay, awesome. So any other questions? Anything else before I move on? Okay. All right. So this next worksheet that I want to do, I'm going to hold off on that for a second. So the one thing that I wanted, we're going to get to that because I kind of want to go over freestyle, but like kind of the order of everything is going to be changed up a little bit since I'm not going downstairs anymore. So I'll get back to this one. So one thing that I did want to go over with you all and talk a little bit about is the Pro Cheer Playbook program. And that's because quite a few of you have asked me about it. And it's not that I don't want you to apply, because I most definitely want you to apply. I want you to be a part of the program, but it's more just the fact that I want to make sure that you understand everything about the program and kind of what it's all about. So I'm going to share my screen so that you all can kind of see a couple of slides that I have for you. If you all could let me know in the comments if at any point you can't hear me. I just know before when I tried to do something a little different that you weren't able to actually, hear me. So I just want to make sure we are good to go. We are good to go. Let's see. All right. So really quick, I'll kind of just go over this just, so that you all are kind of aware. I think I've sort of mentioned this already, but these are all of the teams that we have been able to help our lovelies actually make. So there's I think there's like 15 teams, and this is just on the professional level, right? So this is just the NFL, just the NBA. This does not include any of the semi-professional teams at all. It literally is just the NFL and the NBA, like I said. So, and it's not to say just, because it's a big deal, right? But I do want to make sure you all know that it's not just NFL and NBA teams that people aspire to, that there are semi-professional teams out there. There are other opportunities out there for people. And the sky's the limit, right? When you have all of these opportunities, there's just so many things that you can do. So, just wanted to kind of level set to make sure you know about these teams. Now, the other thing that, just to kind of level set, and I've kind of talked about, actually, are you all able to even see my screen? Because I don't see it on the live cast. I'm like looking down at let's see. I don't think you can see my screen. Let me try it again. No. Thank you, Jenna. Oh. All right, let me try this. Okay. Can y'all see it now by chance? It should be a lot of logos. Okay. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Let me try one more thing, and then I'm going to give up on the slides, I promise. So let me try this. Here, share. Okay, so I know it's kind of small, but hopefully you'll be able to sort of see. All right, so hopefully you can hear me and you can see my slides. Okay, so I think I'm going to keep going because I think that you can see it. Okay, so really quick, this is basically just some of the teams that we have helped young ladies become professional cheerleaders on. Okay, so this is just the NFL, just the NBA teams. It's about 15 teams. I'm very, very proud of this because we started obviously with it being just Redskins, Ravens, and Wizards. And now, as you can see, we have really expanded. And a lot of that just has to do with the fact that, you know, we're reaching more people all over the United States and even in Japan. So, yes, thank y'all. Y'all are just as excited about the slides being up as I am. So I appreciate it. All right. So this was 2 years ago when like tons, these are like all of my lovelies that made the finals for the Redskins cheerleaders. I think there was maybe only 10 ladies that made it to finals that were not my lovelies, which was really cool. And then these were this was the rookie class. And all of these ladies are our lovelies, which is really nice. This was last year's finalists, and these are all of the ladies that we worked with. Just, you know, the ladies that I would say are sideline prep lovelies. And so what's really cool about that is, as you can see, the ones that are circled are ones that made the team. And 4 of those ladies that made the team are actually Pro Cheer Playbook graduates. So they actually graduated from the Pro Cheer Playbook program. Ashley, you may have noticed or seen Ashley in one of the the testimonial videos. She actually ended up making the Valor after she finished our program. No, she made the Blast first, then the Valor, and then she made Redskins. Right here, she was on Wizards, so we helped Liz get on Wizards first, and then she came over to Redskins. These 2 down here at the end, Julia, she actually just graduated from our program and made the team even like actually before she finished. And so did Bethany. So it's just really cool that so many of our program graduates made the team all in the same year, which was really cool. This was one of our Pro Cheer Playbook groups. I think about 7 girls are missing from this photo, but of just this 1 year, 74% of these ladies made a team, which is really, really exciting. And what's really the reason, of course, it has to do with the coaching, the accountability, the program itself, the structure of the program and everything. But it's more because these ladies decided that they wanted to audition. They realized that they needed help, and they stayed committed to the entire process. That's why they were successful. And myself and my coaches, we were just along for the ride to guide them. And I really feel like in all of these situations that the pictures that you saw, it could be you. So kind of just ask yourself, could this be you? Like, could you be a picture on my slides in the years to come? Could this be you? Hopefully you are saying yes, because right now I want to see some thumbs up. I want to see some hearts. I want to see it going crazy, because in my heart of hearts, I know that it could be you. So that's what this Pro Cheer Playbook program is all about. It's literally about making sure that you understand, yes, this can be you, and yes, this will be you, right? And so this, me being a professional cheerleader with absolutely no, like zero, zilch, technique at all, able to make a team. Okay, if I can do it, then I know that you can do it as well. This is Angie, someone else. She was a cheerleader, but she didn't have any technical background whatsoever. She started working with us. Oh, I'm loving all the hearts and thumbs, and oh, I love it. Yes, 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 people, yes. Awesome. She worked with us, as you can see, year over year over year. And as soon as she joined our Pro Cheer Playbook program, the very next year she became a Ravens cheerleader. So this right here, another success story, Crystal. I met her at a Wizards Girl prep class, talked her into going for Blast. She made it. She joined our Pro Cheer Playbook program, became a Redskins cheerleader the very next year, or after graduating. So that very same year. And she's been on the cover of the swimsuit calendar for them twice. This is Casey. Look at her before and after. Just absolutely gorgeous on the inside and out. No dance background whatsoever. Became a Redskins cheerleader ambassador the year after we worked with her. She was actually a finalist, and then a Baltimore Blast cheerleader. And then look at Christina. Look at the transformation just from the physical sense, right? But internally, that's where it really happened for her, because her confidence skyrocketed. After she was on Playmakers, she ended up getting into pageantry and won the Miss International Maryland 2017. So it's just like really amazing, like what women are able to do, because it's more than just about, you know, all of the tactics and the things to do to become cheerleaders. It's about being a better version of yourself and stepping outside of your comfort zone and living the life that you're supposed to live, not just the pro cheer life, but the life that you're supposed to live right now in all areas of your life, professionally, personally, and pro cheer, right? And that's what we really try to make sure that we help you achieve. We've had women that graduate from our program and go on to start their own businesses. And so it's mind boggling. It's amazing to me, like what, you know, women do. And it's all about just finding their inner strength, their inner voice, and their inner confidence. And sometimes we lose that. We just lose that because of the ups and downs of life. And we just don't know how to grab it. We don't know how to harness what we do have and utilize it to our advantage. And so that's really what this program is about. It's more about, you know, working you all and helping you all from the inside out. So I don't know exactly why you all, you know, have showed up. I don't know, for those that are watching the replay, why you've come back in and you're watching the replay. I don't know why all of you all are on live right now still, you know, day after day after day. Maybe it's because you're not sure how to get started. Maybe you're not sure what to do. Maybe you've auditioned, but you didn't make the team. Maybe deep down inside, you know you can do it, but you just need a little bit of help. But here's the bottom line. You're here for a reason. That desire has been put into your heart, has been put into your mind for a reason. It's not by mistake. It is by design. And what I want to remind you is that it is literally your time now to step on the field and go pro. If you are on here live with me, if you have been showing up every single day, if you have been doing the play of the days, if this has excited you and energized you like it has for me every single night, then it is most definitely your time. And what's wonderful about this is that I'm getting ready to introduce you to a system that literally takes all of the guesswork out of the game, because it provides you a step-by-step formula to literally help you go pro and help you achieve the dreams that you want to achieve. And so, again, it is your time. And so if you feel as though it is your time, I want you to say in the comments, it's my time. I want to see some hearts. I want to see some thumbs up. I want you to commit to yourself that it's your time, because I know that it's your time, because you all keep showing up time and time and time and time again. And that's what gets me excited. That's what makes me excited to come here every single night with you all and stay till like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. It's because I know that this is something that you all want. Yes, I see it. It's my time. Most definitely. Love it, love it, love it. Awesome, ladies. Awesome. Perfect. It is your time. And I can't wait to help you. I literally cannot wait. And so what I want to make sure that you all know about and have as a resource, know that it's at your disposal, is our Pro Cheer Playbook program, because this literally is the tool, the system, the service offering that we have that has over a 70% success rate of our ladies getting on a team. It is your fast track to success coaching program. It is top level preparation from the pros, people that have been there, who have done it. Okay. It is guidance. It is accountability. It is ensures that you have improved knowledge, style, and glamour. all of which is going to help increase your competence. When you increase your confidence is going to increase as well. And that's what this program is about. It's about making sure that your knowledge, your style, your glamour, all of that improves, which means your competence in those areas improves, which means your confidence improves as well. So these are just some of the ladies that we have worked with that have gone on to become semi-professional or professional cheerleaders. Azusa there took our program when she was living in Tokyo, Japan, and she was able to knock it out of the park and make the Washington Redskins. So again, if she can do it, I know you can do it as well. Here are just some of our other ladies. I need to actually update our slides because Sakiko is not on here. She is now cheering for Cincinnati. Tomomi, which you see on the second row there, she, again, another lady from Japan that is now with the Cleveland Cavaliers. So we've had ladies out of this country that are now professional cheerleaders. So Desiree there, she's on Philadelphia. Erica made Tennessee Titans. Ashley there, Redskins. Crystal, Redskins. Katie, the Ravens. So just these women are just so accomplished. And like I said, our graduates, right now we're sitting at 74% success rate. So again, if they can do it and if we can guide them, assist them, and help them, then I know that we can help you too. You all met Vanessa Monday night. Just absolutely amazing person on the inside and outside. The one thing that she said about me in her testimonial, she says she genuinely cares about every girl who is in her program, and her positivity and motivation through this process has been absolutely incredible. This is Jade. She ended up making the Redskins a few years later, ended up being a captain on the Redskins. I can't even talk. I'm so excited. She says here, the most important lesson I learned with sideline prep is to always give 110%. This means giving 110% into your preparation, not just the actual audition. And that's what we're about, obviously, is helping you all prepare. This is Veronique. She ended up making 2 pro teams after she finished our program, which is really cool. And of course, this is Ashley. And if you can kind of just see her before and after in the upper left-hand corner, that was her before the very first Pro Cheer playbook workshop that we kind of all gathered and were together. And then look at that picture in the center. Over on the right-hand side, that's me hugging her. You can't see my face, but I was like so excited when she made the team. I was the host for the Redskins audition. So I was backstage and I saw when she came up the stairs after they just announced her, before we even announced on the stage, and she was crying. I started crying. We started hugging, and it just, it just makes my day when people put in the hard work and then it ends up working out for them. And then these are just some Facebook comments like within our actual group. And like, it's like one of those situations where I can tell you all that it works. The success rate speaks for itself, but when you can see it like actually from someone else, so feel free to like take a screenshot so that you can read this. But you know, this says a special thanks to you, Janine. So obviously thankful for creating this program. You've created a program where ladies can truly have a safe haven to grow into the pro cheerleader they always wanted to be. We all know the dance industry is harsh, but you made it not harsh. One thing I cannot wrap my head around, because it seems like a dream, is that you are in contact with the one country I am so interested to dance in one day. So just really, really cool. This, y'all all know my girl, Sadie. So this was after, Saint-Sation. She made it all the way to finals. It didn't happen for her, but she still just wrote this amazing post about how thankful and grateful she was to be a part of our program and to be a part of Sideline Prep. And she says, Sideline Prep is by far the best program I've ever had the pleasure of being a part of. And I'm so thankful that you decided to help lovelies like me pursue their dreams. I love you to pieces and will be a part of the NFL family soon. I give you my pinky promise. And so that's just really, again, just something that, is just very motivating for me to keep pushing hard and to keep trying to reach amazing women like all of you that are on right now. Okay. And what's wonderful about Sadie, obviously, because of her dedication, her commitment, who she showed up as every single day in the program, I ended up interviewing her for a position. And as you all know, she's our community manager now. This was Della, who I was hoping was going to be on tonight. Again, she basically says, we went through this whole story about her moving to Seattle. But she said, when I signed up for Sideline Prep, I told Janine this story. And immediately she said, you know what this is? This is a sign. This is a sign that something good will happen for you at some point. And if I'm to be honest, she says, and if I'm to be honest, I was doubtful at the time. If you had asked me even a month ago, I'd be writing a post like this, I would be doubtful. But if last night is any indication, hard work does pay off. And so I just, another reminder that anything is possible for you if you just put your mind to it. And if you have, a supportive group of women that are willing to support you, help you, and push you along and encourage you every single step of the way. And this is, just kind of a reminder, like in the sense of, hey, I'm not telling you it's going to be easy. I'm telling you it's going to be worth it. And I just asked for feedback, like, hey, what was the most enjoyable part of this program? What has been the most difficult? Has it all been worth it? And like, hands down, everyone's like, yes, it's been worth it. I think the biggest common theme was just the community, right? So Adalis says the most enjoyable for me has been knowing that I'm a part of something that involves ladies like myself that want and wanted to go pro. The fact that we all went through everything together, so supportive of each other, and the growth that we all accomplished. Without traveling, I can still say I have friends in different area codes, LOL, and we can visit each other's city. Jill says, I enjoy being a healthier physically and mentally. I have more energy, better skin, better mood, and I feel lighter after letting go of negativity. And that's the big thing. Again, it's just like the whole mindset kind of revamp of this entire process. Sadie, the most enjoyable part of this journey has been the improvement of my mental state of mind. When I say I hadn't slept in a full night's sleep in many, many years, I slept my first full night after taking the mindset training and learning that you only stress as much as you let yourself, as well as knowing y'all were my right hand. One man, women. And then Sarah Marie says, she says, the most enjoyable part of this journey has been connecting with ladies who have the same aspirations as me. It's hard when you're not in the game, haven't been in the game for a while, or just all of your dance friends are at new chapters in their life. And it was hard to come across ladies who are in this adventure. I enjoy watching everyone's adventure and see the success and aha moments. Growth is truly a beautiful thing. Cheers to you all. So again, just a very encouraging, supportive community. Across the board, when we survey our participants, 100% said their knowledge, style, and glamour improved, 100% had increase in confidence, and 100% would recommend our program to others. Now, I'm going to go through these slides relatively fast, okay? I feel like the testimonial side is more important than anything, but I'll give you a website where you can go and get so much more information about the entire program. There's actually a video on that page where you can go through, and I go through all of these slides in detail. Okay. So feel free to just, absorb and watch that video. Okay. So there's basically a 5-component learning structure within the program. There is one-on-one attention, there's community, there's computer-based learning, there's group coaching, and then we do get on Zoom for some live calls. I went over this during day 1, but literally we go through every single step of this game plan, and you're not just getting, this is what you need to do, you're getting how to do it. So you're getting training in every single one of these areas on the how to do it, not just the what to do. So you get workshops, 2 in-person workshops, 1 at the beginning, 1 at the end, tons of virtual learning every single week. There's a new session or new training course every single week for the first 3 months of the program that cover all of these topics, guys. Confidence, mindset, how to prepare, importance of goal setting, eating healthy, fitness, flexibility, getting the look, speaking and interview skills, audition tips, your do's and don'ts, how to present your best you on paper. We give you pro dance routines, like literal routines that have been on the field and the court at the professional level to count, so you can learn those, video record them, post them in our group for feedback. We give you technique videos so that you can record yourself doing the technique and post in the group for feedback. Also, we go through an entire course, which is going to be brand spanking new for us this year, on how to pick up choreography. Normally, we just teach this at the in-person workshop, but we're going to actually have a virtual training that kind of goes through the different steps of how to pick up choreography faster. We do have two Zoom calls every other, two Zoom check-ins every other, that should be every other week. Or, oh yeah, no, that's right. Two Zoom check-ins every month. So basically every other week we get on a Zoom call similar to this, but where we can all see each other's faces. You're not just seeing mine. I'm able to actually see you all, and you all are able to talk to me. And then two email check-ins as well every single month. So you are actually every other week, you will be checking in with your accountability coach every other week. Okay. And so you're basically giving her an update on where you are and what you're doing, what your successes are, what your opportunities for improvement are, and all of that. You also, like I said, get the one-on-ones sessions. You use them at your discretion. You get to work with any coach of your choice. You get two one-on-one sessions to use however you want on any topic. And then this is like the portal that you'll come to schedule with all of our amazing coaches. And then this is the big thing. You get accountability and feedback. And so this is where I was saying, like, literally anything that you want feedback on, you post it in our group and we give you feedback. Videos, your technique, your dance style, your, maybe you can't get into your splits. Maybe your kicks aren't getting as high as you want. You record videos and you post them in the group. This is our community. We have a private Facebook community where we are in there, like, talking to each other. We have challenges in our community. We have challenges in that Facebook group. It's amazing, guys. It's just such a huge, like, sisterhood and just a family. Coaching, of course, is throughout the entire 4 months of the program. And then here are some bonuses. You do get a one-on-one with me where we actually map out what's going on with your session and with the next 4 months and what you need to focus on. You get a free session, and it's no longer 30 minutes. It's a 45-minute to hour session with Jeanette. It's one of the first things that you do to basically map out your nutrition and fitness roadmap, and you get a free ticket to our annual Pro Cheer workshop, which is in January. Plus, you get 20% off any additional one-on-ones. If you ever, want to grab additional one-on-one sessions, 20% off of all group workshops, all of that, unlimited and lifetime access to the Sideline Success Portal, free membership for our graduates into another private Facebook group. And here's basically kind of the value of it all, just so that you can kind of see, like, how much you're actually receiving and the benefits that you're getting from a monetary standpoint. Now, here's the deal. If you apply by midnight tonight, so that just basically means that whenever you're watching this, so most of you all are on tonight, and maybe I'll change that. Let's say if you apply by midnight tomorrow night, so that'll be Friday night, then you're going to get all of this extra stuff, right? So that way, anyone that's watching the replay tomorrow, it will qualify for them as well. So if you apply, that's just apply. It doesn't mean, that we've gotten on the phone call or anything like that. You just apply by tonight or tomorrow night. You're going to get your makeover with Amber, which I'd mentioned yesterday on our live. You're automatically will be accepted into Jeanette's boot camp that she spoke about yesterday. And you'll get Dance Technique Academy instructional videos. And we will be adding some videos for you all, beginner and maybe intermediate videos as well, on like how to execute certain technique. And so here is Amber on the left of your screen, the Wizard Girl. Look at some of her makeovers, have just been absolutely amazing. So you actually get a session with her where she will craft your entire look. So these are just amazing, amazing before and afters for the ladies that she works with. And so I added in the bonuses here just so that you can kind of see. So valued at over $4,000, guys, but I promise you, you're not paying $4,000 to be a part of our Pro Cheer Playbook program. Here's what you create. Basically, a unique advantage over everyone else. You're going to have the know-how. You're going to do it right. You're going to know what to do, how to do it, and you're going to do it right. You'll have the inside tips and tricks. You're just basically going to be so prepared for your audition. You're going to have increased confidence. You're going to have an improved mindset. You'll be that much closer to accomplishing your dream. You're going to be properly prepared, polished, and positive. And you're going to have a community of sisters and friendships that will literally last a lifetime. There are so many of our lovelies that are in programs together that like literally end up being best friends and are still in touch with one another to this day. Now, if all this did, so if all, being a part of our 4-month coaching program was gave you a kick in the butt to get moving, if all it did was increase your confidence so that you truly love yourself and you walk into auditions feeling great, if all it did was help you get excited to attend auditions because you know you're ready, if all it did was help you eliminate fear, frustration, self-doubt, if all it did was ensure you don't live a life of regret, would it be worth it, guys? Would it be worth it? Give me some thumbs up, some hearts. Let me know if you feel like it would be worth it if it only just did one of those things for you. So the question is, are you ready? Is this something that you really, truly want? You've been here, you've done the work, you've put in the time. Is this something that you truly want? Well, if you do, then apply. Let's get on the phone. Let's talk about it. And what is wonderful about you guys is that you all have shown the commitment. You all are doing the thing, right? You are here. So as a reward to you, you're not going to have to worry about whether or not you'll be accepted for the phone call with me. Okay. So if you apply, it's like 3 questions, super simple to apply. You will automatically get on that call with me. You'll be accepted immediately for the call. You and I will talk about the program. You'll have the opportunity to ask me as many questions as you want. And if we decide that it is a good fit and you do want to move forward, then we will talk about everything else. Okay. So this program also comes with a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Okay. So basically when you apply to be a part of this program and you do everything that I ask you to do, you complete the program. If for some reason you don't make it on a pro or semi-pro dance team, I will personally put you back into the program absolutely free at any future date whenever you are ready. Give me a thumbs up if you think that's absolutely amazing. I literally don't know of any other program out there, not even in the business world, and I am always searching for programs. I don't know of any coaching program out there that has this type of guarantee. If you are not successful, that's on us. And we want you to try again. And we want you to try again so bad that we're going to basically tell you you can come back into our program for free. So who is this program for? I just want to be upfront and honest, all of you, because you're action takers, you're on here live, you're doing the work. It's for people that want guidance. It's for people that are willing and ready to invest in themselves and that are 100% committed to this process, to their dreams, to their goals, and to themselves. Who is this program not for? Whiners, complainers, excuse makers, and ladies who do not want to give 110%. I'm just going to be real. I'm just going to be honest. If this isn't something that you truly want, then this program probably isn't for you. Okay. I'm just going to say it. Okay. So now what? You just take the information from this entire challenge from today, and I want you to continue to take action on it. Like I want you to continue doing all of the things. Okay. So continue taking action. I really want you all to. And apply for the Pro Cheer Playbook program. Okay. It's simple as that. And you already know you can apply, but you're already accepted on that call with me. So here is the actual link to do just that. I will make sure that I put it in the comments, or if someone could type this out for me and stick it in the comments. Oh, I can do it while I'm sitting here. So www. Someone do it for me. I'm not that quick with that. Okay. It's kind of making me get sidetracked. So sidelineprepprocheer.com/ProCheer apply. And this is basically the page that it will come to this. There'll be a video at the top. And if you scroll down a little bit, read through it. Like there's testimonial videos on there. There's a lot of information on there. Like I said, midway through, there's another video that goes into more detail about the program, because I know I literally sped through this super, super fast. But I would love for you all to join us, just because I have like literally seen the level of commitment from this challenge, and it's blowing my mind. Like seriously, just like, I'm just so impressed with what you all are doing and what you all have done. And it's only day 4, right? It's only Thursday. So I can only imagine what it's going to be like down the road. So if someone could type that in for me, that would be awesome. So sidelineprepprocheer.com/procheer apply. Awesome. I'm seeing a lot of thumbs up, some hearts. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes, thank you. It is an amazing guarantee. We stand behind what we do. We are serious about helping you. We are serious about you going pro. We are serious about you feeling good about your experience with us. And we will continue to help and continue to push and continue to be there for you throughout, the entire process. So that's our guarantee to you. All right. So what I'm going to do now is kind of get into the second part of tonight because it's late and I don't want to keep you all super late because I know we all have lives, right? Okay. So this is this part here. So one element of yay, Maria. I'm so ready for you, girlfriend. Awesome, 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 awesome. I see a lot of you all are like, yes, this is awesome. That's amazing. Perfect, guys. All right, so one element of the audition process that enables you to show off your unique style is freestyle, okay? A lot of times during the audition process, you will not have the opportunity to show them what's different or what's unique about you because they're giving you a routine to do, right? They're actually giving you the choreography. They're giving you the across the floor. They're giving you all of the things. So you like literally don't have an opportunity to show off, right? So with your freestyle, that is when you are actually able to kind of show off and show them exactly what you have and what skills you can bring to the table. So what I wanted to do is just quickly go through like the basics of a freestyle routine to kind of help you out with that portion of it. And then we'll kind of get into the rest of this. So what I'm going to do is just flip my computer around really quick and maybe give me just 1 second. All right. All right. So let's see if this will work. I apologize, guys. My kitchen isn't like super, super clean. Okay. All right. So, I got to back up far in order for y'all to see me. Okay. So hopefully you can hear me. Let me see. Pull it up a little bit. Okay. All right. So there are basically 5 elements to freestyle. Okay. So when the music comes on, the first thing that you want to do is try to catch the beat, right? So the music is going to come on and you've got to be able to get the beat so that you can dance like on beat, if that makes sense. Let me just make sure. Oh, thank you, whoever. Oh, who just applied? Awesome. Awesome, ladies. Hopefully y'all can hear me. I assume y'all can, because if you couldn't, you all would be telling me you couldn't hear me. Okay, so as soon as the music comes on, what you want to do, like I said, is get the beat, right? You want to be able to hear the beat so that you can dance on beat, okay? So first of all, here's how you stand, okay? So feet together, torso at a 90-degree angle, toe pop, okay? That's the cheerleader stance, okay? So again, your torso is at a 45-degree angle, you toe pop, you turn forward, and you engage your core, okay? So to get a little closer, if your core is not engaged, trying to stick that's how you look, okay? You don't want to look like that. You want to pull in. You see the difference in this and this, okay? You pull in, shoulders down, chest up, and then you turn forward, Okay, so that's showing the curves, and this is a toe pop, okay? And you can do it either way. So whatever side you like the best is what you do, okay? So this is you are standing there, you're waiting for the judges, okay? As soon as the music comes on, you immediately bounce, okay? So that's just like 1 or 2 8 counts to help you catch the beat so that you are on beat, okay? So that's the first element of freestyle. It's just a quick little bounce just so that you can catch the beat, okay? The next thing that you're going to do is what we call fluffing or like motions, okay? So depending on, let me pull this over here. So motions, if you think about it, high V, low V, T, touchdown, L's, 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 diagonals, diagonals, okay? So these are just all motions, okay? And you should practice them, but the way that you utilize them with freestyle is as soon as the music comes on, look at this. This is a low V to a high V, and then I rap, okay? So all I'm doing is I'm just going from motion to catch the beat, okay? That's all I'm doing, okay? And I'm bouncing. Once I get the music and I'm like feeling good with the music, then guess what the next part is? You're gonna dance. Okay, so now you're dancing. So that's obvious. That could be a quick little snippet that you wanna do. It doesn't really matter. You know, whatever like snippet you wanna do. Okay, any 8 count of dance. And you're just adding 8 counts of dance together. The other thing that you're adding in is technique, okay? So it maybe you have really good kicks and you want to go ahead and throw a kick. Maybe you have really good turns, you throw in a turn, whatever technique you have. So you do one technical element and then you go back to dancing, okay? And then let's say you get stuck and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't think of an 8 count of dance to do. Well, then that's where the bouncing and the motions come into play. Okay, so that's when you can just do motions and just kind of bounce and just kind of, you know, work it however you can, okay? And if you have palms, then you also have to be able to fluff. And all of my palms are downstairs, of course. So fluffing is something that we'll go over when we work together. But basically all fluffing is just motions that you're using with palms, but you're rotating your wrist and going from motion to motion. Okay, so a lot of times you'll see cheerleaders at practice and they're doing this, even though they don't have palms, but they're used to having palms, so they're kind of marking it. That's all that they're doing. It's called fluffing, okay? I'm here for this hair flip, okay. So hair flip, so like if you, okay, so one thing to remember with a hair flip, so like if you were to go down, for example, it's like one mistake that people make, for example, is like their feet aren't very wide, right? And so they'll go down and then they'll try to come up on a hair flip. Like that, like if you just do that, it's just not as sexy, right? But if you, I'm gonna kill myself. So, but if you go down and your feet are nice and wide, then when you come up, you can arch your back and then bring it up and it's a lot sexier, right? Now a hair whip is when you're going to go down and around and then lift your chin up. So boom, and you're coming back up with your chin. The thing people mess up is that they'll go down and then they don't flick their chin up quick enough and then their hair's all in their face, just like what I did, right? So the key here is boom, hit, hit, okay? And now the hair, now let's just say there is some hair still in the face, then all you would do is come back up. Now, I didn't wear the right lip gloss for this. That's another thing. Make sure you don't have sticky lip gloss on when you're doing hair flips or anything like that, okay? So the idea here is to rotate your head, throw your chin up so that it helps to get your hair out of your face. But if for some reason your hair stays in your face, then you can just do cute little movements to try to get it out. Okay? So hopefully that helps. Okay, so bouncing, your motions, your fluffing, your dance, and your technique or your tricks. Those are the 5 elements of freestyle. Okay, and the entire time that you're dancing, you want to be mindful of making eye contact. You want to be mindful of your body. Like, try to dance with your core engaged and up, right? Like, you don't want to be down and like, you just want to try to kind of be up and sexy, and kind of depending on, the movements that you're doing, just being aware of your body, I guess is what I'm saying. Okay. But remember, you're standing there in the proper stance. As soon as that music comes on, you bounce, you kind of do motions once you can catch the beat. And don't do this for long. You're not sitting here being cute and all this for long. Like, literally, as soon as you can catch the beat, then you go ahead and you start dancing. You maybe do 2 8 counts of dance, put in your best technique right up at the beginning. Dance some more, technique. Dance some more, technique. If you want to tumble, that's fine, but you're going to tumble in your lane. Okay? So there's a girl over here, there's a girl over here. You're going to tumble in your lane. You're not going to tumble across unless you let them know that you're going to be doing that, because you just want to be respectful of the other people on the other sides. You also don't want to dance across them. So if you were going to do like a calypso, I would probably, dance back or do some sort of, routine where you're having to walk back. And then once you get kind of to the back, then go ahead and prepare for your calypso. And then I would roll out of it, roll out of it on the ground, so that then you're able to, figure out kind of a cute, sexy way to get up from it. Okay. So just to kind of do something different, and don't wear sticky lip gloss. Let's see. And I think that's it. Okay, so let's say that they stop and you are like, they stop at like 2.5 and you're like this, like a weird like pose. That's fine. I would go ahead and finish out the count and then just come back to your stance. Okay, let's say you're on the ground, same thing. Finish out your count and then just get back in line and come to your stance. Again, core engaged, toe pop, 1 arm down, 2 arms down, however you want it. And you just wait. You're making eye contact with all of the judges. Okay, so those are kind of like the key elements for freestyle. Bounce at the beginning to catch the beat. As soon as you can catch the beat, like you should be able to catch that beat within 1 to 2 counts. Then you can kind of ease into it and add in like your motions if you want to kind of transition, and then you start dancing. Then you're adding in technique. And then if you have palms, that's when you're putting in your fluffing. Okay, so technically it's bounce, motions, dance, technique / tricks, and then optional would be the fluffing. And you only fluff if you have palms. And when I say fluff, it's basically motions with the wrist thing. Okay, so any questions about that? Oh, good. Y'all are doing it. Yes, we love your, oh, thank you. I try, still got it. Probably my neck will be sore tomorrow because I haven't done one in forever. Slay. I love y'all. Can you say the 5 L? Oh, yep, I just did. Is 2 8 counts a general standard for freestyle, or will most teams say how long the freestyle will need to be? So it depends on the team. So for example, Redskins has an entire round of just freestyle. So you go in, you walk in from the door over there. So another thing, you have to be mindful of how you're walking in. We'll get into that another time. You stand there in front of the judges. You're making eye contact. Each person has the opportunity to do their intro speech. Recommendation, you're standing there, you're being mindful, you're listening to everyone else. When it's your turn, you step forward and then you do your intro speech, okay? The one that we went over already. And then you step back, right back in line, okay? Then they just play music and you go. You start dancing. And so I always recommend that people put in some of the snippets, some of the 8 counts from the actual team, so that the judges can like say, oh, wait, our girls do that. Or like a fan that might be a judge is like, oh, wow, I've seen them do that before, so that they can totally see you in that uniform doing. So like some of like the Redskins, like some of their favorite ones, I'm trying to just think. So like T smack. So T smack, up and down, head, boom. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 8. They do this one a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. Like up, up, down, down is one that they do a lot. A lot of these, or T, this one. This one is Redskins. So you could take like literally, like that's one thing that we do. We have a couple of videos, like have a Redskin snippet video, and then I have a Wizard snippet video. I have Bengals now. We have Jacksonville, a lot of different teams now. So like you'll get videos of the snippets, and you can take this 8 count from this team, that 8 count, this 8 count, and then you're going to do a double turn, a calypso, whatever, and then you got your freestyle. You know, like we actually don't recommend that people choreograph it. We say take your favorite 8 counts that you know you look good doing, and just depending on the music, just go for it. Just dance, just have fun, and add in your technique where you can. Okay, let's see. How would you do your walkout? We did lots of those. Okay, so it depends on the team. I always recommend regardless. Like a lot of girls will just, will kind of just walk in like this. Boring. Okay, so I would, okay, that's one way. Or you can kind of be more like cheerleadery. Like we go through all of the different ways, and it's mainly based on your personality, and it's based on kind of the environment, right? So I always recommend either kind of going in and trying to be a little more on the sexy side or more on the peppy side. But I never recommend just walking in, right? You also want to make sure that you exit with a smile and that you exit with power as well. So just being mindful of both of those. If you don't have the best leaps, should I just not do one? Yes. So if you don't have the best leaps, you should join the Pro Cheer Playbook program, and we'll help you with the leaps. Or you should go to a turns and leaps class with like Joy in Motion, or go on YouTube and look for some videos, or record yourself doing it and send it to me and let me give you some feedback. But yes, if by auditions you don't have a technical skill or an element at least an 8 or a 9, then I don't recommend putting it in freestyle, because freestyle is supposed to be where you're like wowing the judges, you're showing them what you have. It's like, you know, the it factor. And so if you don't have a leap that's, you know, fully extended and proper form, like think about with a like a calypso, you want it to be that picture moment, right? So wherever you hit the picture, like this is where your picture would be, right? You would want that to hit right where it's supposed to. And if you're not there yet, then don't worry about it. Same thing with a leap. If you can't kind of get your legs pretty much high, same thing with a leap in second. You want to just make sure that there's that picture moment. And if you're not quite there yet, it's okay. Just find another strength, find another skill that you really do well, and make sure you include that. Okay? Let's see. Okay, let me go back to that freestyle thing. So I didn't finish that. So yes, some teams will have it like for an entire round where it's freestyle. Some teams will have it. So like Wizards, they have it where you're in the back. You will walk up for, I think, 2 8 counts. Then you start their dance, and then you have 2 8 counts at the end to freestyle, and then you hit a pose. It's either 2 or 4 8 counts. You hit a pose, and then you dance off. Okay. Some teams will have it where it's a routine, and they are like, okay, for these 2 8 counts, you freestyle. You can do whatever you want to do. So it really just depends on the team. When in doubt, I always tell our ladies to have at least 45 seconds of freestyle that you can whip out at any point, just in case they like play the music, and that way you know you're ready. 5 elements: bounce, motions, technique. Bounce, motions, dance, technique and tricks, and then fluffing if you have palms. What happens if you're dancing and you feel like you're going to burn out? You keep going. You just keep going. It's because eventually the music's going to end, and you'll be able to get off, and then you'll be able to recover. But that's why, like, for yesterday, we were stressing the importance of making sure that you kind of do all of the things, right? You do HIIT workouts. HIIT workouts are basically like an audition, because HIIT workouts, you go hard for 30 seconds to a minute, and then you get a break, a 15-second break, and then you go again. It's the same thing, auditions. They play the music. Most routines are anywhere from like a minute to a minute and a half, and you're dancing full out, and then you get a break, and then they play the music again. So HIIT workouts, cardio, building up your stamina is so important, because you don't want to burn out at auditions. So that's like in our program, we have a 30-day fit challenge, because literally we want you to work out for 30 days straight so that you can build up your stamina, build up your muscles, build up that endurance. Like, everything that we have in our program is by design to help you with some element of the actual audition process. And it's all, like I said, by design. So in this case, you just have to keep going. I don't know how else to say it. Like, you literally have to keep going until you're able to get a break. And then you'll recover at that point. We love, thank you. Y'all are so cute. I appreciate y'all. I love the thigh smack. Oh yes, that's all. It's all about that. Thanks, guys. I still got it a little bit. If I have 2 8 counts, then add technique. Is it okay to repeat? No. Nope. Out of all of the dance routines in all of the world, I'm going to give you some more 8 counts. So this was 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8. This is another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is another one. 1 and 2, down 3, head 4, up 5, 6. Let me scoot back. So that one is 1 and 2, down 3, head 4, up 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's a donut with a toe pop. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hips, wrap, back. Like, that's like 5 or 6 right there. Okay, plus your 2 and technique. So don't repeat. You can repeat like a double turn. You can repeat maybe technique, but don't repeat your dances. There's just so many 8 counts out there that you can just borrow from other teams. It just doesn't make sense to repeat. Let's see. Yes, walk like that even if there's no music, because you are your own dance party. You are your own dance party. You can literally, like, there's no music right now, and I'm showing y'all, and I'm walking with sass. Like, the music is in your head. I just don't want y'all to do this, because this is what I see far too often. Is that at all cute? Is that going to get the judge's attention? Like, so seriously, like, if you see someone walking like this, okay, they're pretty, okay, versus what looks better? Not only that, but you get to your spot quicker. Like it just, to me, it gives, it's energy, it's excitement, it's I want to be here, it's I'm rushing to you to get to my spot because I'm ready to dance. It's not just like if you don't feel comfortable doing that, then at least walk in and maybe wave, or kind of like for my cheerleaders, because this is what I would do my first couple of years on Redskins before I learned how to do a sexy walk. I literally would do kind of like a sexy kind of hello. Okay. Bounce motions. Yep, thank you. Bounce. Yes, so at the beginning, you're immediately going to bounce and do like a motion just to kind of get started. Then you're going to break out your dance for like 2 to 3 8 counts, no more than that, because you want to put in your best technique at the beginning. And then if you have any tricks, then you go back to dancing, and then you add in some more technique and motions. If you forget, like I always have like, I would always have like a fallback. So like this was always my fallback, so like if I like forgot my snippet, I would just do that for like 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I remember now what I want to do. And then I would do that. Or I would always do like my kick, boom, boom, boom. That would be another kind of fallback for me. But you don't do that unless you have high kicks, right? So I'm not stretched, but like my kicks are normally up here. So I would always switch, kick, cross over, smack, and then normally like a little hip thing. Okay. But you got to figure out, what works for you and what you feel comfortable with. But I always say like 2 8 counts of dance technique, 2 or 3 8 counts of dance technique, or if you can technique, then go back to dance technique, go back to dance. Okay. And then if you have palms, you're adding in there the fluffing. Okay. A lot of times for freestyle and stuff, they're not going to give you, well, that's not true. I don't want to say that. Let's see. What if you already did a type of turn in the audition room, but you're trying to do something else? How can you do that? I don't understand that question. What if you already did a type of turn in the audition room, but you're trying to do something else? How can you able to do that? So you already did one thing, and then you want to do something else, then you just do something else. I don't understand the question. I'm so sorry. I'm afraid if I do the same turn choreography. I don't understand that either. So what, you're worried that you don't want to do 2 pirouettes in a row or something? Sorry, guys, I don't understand your questions. If you already did something last year, but you want to do something new this year. So yeah, yes, definitely. You want it, like the thing with the auditions is you want to show them your progress. You want to show them that you've improved, right? You want to show them that you've gotten better from last year. So it's not to say that you can't do what you did last year, but you want to give them something different this year. So I would definitely go ahead and try to show them something else, like maybe put the new technique that you've, perfected and worked out and that you can do now at the beginning of your freestyle, and then put what you did last year kind of at the end. And again, it really depends, because I think on the sheet, it talks about, putting like the key to success is put your best stuff first. Like that's the answer. Put your best stuff first to capture the judge's attention, because you don't know how long that freestyle is going to be. Or maybe you do. Maybe you know that it's only going to be like 2 counts of 8, right? If it's only 2 counts of 8 or 3 counts of 8, then you definitely want to put your best stuff first, right? You don't want it to be a situation where you spent your time bouncing and doing motions, and you did a nice T motion and you circled back and did all of this, but then you didn't even show them any technique, right? So that's why I'm like, only maybe 1 or 2 8 counts. And that's if you have like 30 seconds to 45 seconds. If you only have 2 8 counts or 4 8 counts, then you go hard with those 2 to 4 8 counts, and you do something that's really going to stand out, or something that's really going to get their attention. So hopefully that makes sense. Okay, great. Any other questions? I know a lot of you all are still on, and I do appreciate it, because I know this has been a long one. Let's see. Any other questions? So I do want to announce the $100 Amazon gift card winner, but Sadie pulled that for me, so I've got to pull up her text message because I don't remember. Okay, so the winner of the $100 Amazon gift card goes to Winter Noel. Merry Christmas. Did you like my joke? I know you get that a lot, so I probably shouldn't have even done that. That was probably rude, but I love your name. So I'm like, oh, golly, and I love why you have your name. So congratulations, you have just won a $100 Amazon gift card for your dedication to the challenge. So yay, yay. I am looking to see if there are any other questions before we close out tonight. Don't forget, tomorrow we will be on at 8 p.m. Friday. It's all about the mindset makeover. I know a couple of you all have already said that y'all have applied for the program, so I'm super excited about that. Remember, you have until Friday to apply to automatically, be accepted. Well, everyone's automatically accepted, but you have until Friday to grab all those bonuses. Okay, so if you apply by midnight on Friday, you get all those bonuses. Don't forget, Monday and Tuesday, we are going to be back in here to answer questions. So if there are any questions that I have not gotten to, then you're going to want to tag Sadie so that we can get those, or you can email your questions to info@sidelineprep.com, and then we will be going over questions Monday and Tuesday, and I'm hoping to have a special guest on Monday or Tuesday. So I don't know for sure yet, but hopefully that will happen. All right, awesome. Oh, I love y'all. This is such a supportive community. Y'all are congratulating the winner, even though it wasn't you. And all of you, I think, for the most part, have been on almost every single night. So it literally was, I told Sadie, I was like, we can't, how do we decide? Like, you can't decide, like, you got to pick it out of a bowl. Like, there's no way. She's like, okay. So I know she's like, Lord have mercy. Do I have to do another drawing? Let's see. If I already applied and started paying, do I still qualify for this? Yes. So every single person, regardless of if, because there's actually quite a few of you all, I think there's about 5 of you all that have already applied and are in the program already, have already started the program. Your names are in the pot too, which actually, as proof of that, Winter Noel is already in the program, and her name was in the pot for the $100 Amazon gift card. And everyone else that's already gone through the program, y'all qualify for that scholarship too. So if you were on live tonight, then your name is in the pot. So good luck. And let's see. I think that is it. Anything else, guys? Any other questions? Is there anything else I can show you all? Oh, I know I wanted to show you all the kicks really quick. So, so over the head kicks are obviously over the head kicks, right? You want to get them as high as you can get them. Star kicks are, you start with your right leg. This is my right leg, even though it might be opposite. And it's a side kick, a front kick, and then a side kick. Okay, and your heads go with it. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, and then it goes left, straight, and then to the side. And then fan kicks are where you're going to do the rotation. Okay, so right leg. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So right and then left. It's a little confusing. At our first workshop, we go over these in full detail, how to hook up, how to bounce in between each of them, and all of that. Okay, so maybe we can try to do that Monday or Tuesday when I'm stretched and can actually really show you. But the big thing is just making sure that, like, for example, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, you pause there before you go to the next set. Okay, all right, let's see. Oh, yes. Thank you, Anna Lee. Look at you wanting to do your homework. That's right. Because in order to qualify for the scholarship, you have to do your homework. So the play of the day. So the one skill I do best. So you want to think about the one skill, trick, technique, anything that you do best that you want to put into your freestyle. Okay. So the one skill I do best, the one skill I want to work on is, so what's that one skill that you want to add to your freestyle that you do not yet have in your freestyle? And then within the next 24 hours, I commit to what? So what do you commit to as far as maybe working on one of your skills, working on your flexibility with your kicks, working on head whips, working on coming up with your 8 counts for your freestyle, anything around dance. So what do you want to work on around dance? So the one skill that you do best is what? The one skill that you want to work on is what? And this is kind of think about for freestyle, across the floor technique, any of that stuff. And then within the next 24 hours, what are you going to commit to doing? So basically tomorrow, what do you commit to doing as it relates to technique? Okay. All right. Any other questions? Thank you, Anna Lee. I think that that's it. Y'all are still on. This is awesome. All right. And sorry that I wasn't able, I was going to do it downstairs with the mirror and everything else. And I'm like, oh my God, my kitchen is messy. And see, that's where I work out. Like, I don't know if y'all can see the mat on the ground, but like I work out like every morning. I just keep the mat there because I'm like, whatever. And I'm going to pull it out the next morning anyway. Okay. I think that's it, guys. All right. So have a great night. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for staying committed to this process. I cannot wait to talk about and go over the mindset makeover for tomorrow night. If you can, give me some thumbs up, some love for staying on till 10 o'clock. You're giving your love for yourself and for me for still being here, because I think it's absolutely amazing that y'all are still here. So give me some hearts, some loves for just keeping it in the game. And oh, y'all are already doing your play of the day. I'm just loving it. Love, love, love it. Awesome. Good job, ladies. All right. Well, that is it, guys. I think that's it. Yep. All right. Awesome. I'm seeing the thumbs up and the hearts and everything now. Love you guys to death. Have a great, great evening. Thank you for being on for so late. And tomorrow we will announce the $1,000 scholarship recipient for the Pro Cheer Playbook program. But that doesn't mean you can't apply now. So go ahead and apply if you want to. We would love to have you in the program. And then obviously, we will award one person $1,000 toward the program. And listen, I want to make sure you all know, even if for some reason you don't get the $1,000, we have payment options available, because we never want money to be the reason that someone does not pursue their dream as a professional cheerleader. So we have up to 12-month payment options available to make sure that you can spread out the payments over an entire year. That's how committed we are to you. That's how committed we are to helping you go pro. Okay, that is it. All right, love y'all to death. Good night, and I will see y'all tomorrow. All right, bye.